what is EVS? EVS stands for European Voluntary Service, and it's part of the Erasmus Plus program, the educational program for Europe that goes from 2014 to 2020. It includes all educational activities that are funded in Europe that are both formal and non-formal. The youth program is non-formal, and the EVS is part of it. EVS is a contract agreement between three parties: volunteer, the sending organization, and the hosting organization. They make an activity agreement, that is, a contract, that specifies everything to do with EVS. Working hours, time, how much money you get, the accommodation, and even the mentoring. The budget for the youth part of Erasmus Plus is 14.7 billion euros that spans from 2014 to 2020. This may sound like a lot of money, but for 7 years and 27 member states, it's not that much. The average cow still gets more money than the average child. How does the money get dealt out? Each EU country has a national agency. This national agency is the one that's in charge of giving out the money to the local youth organizations who are in charge of the EVS exchange trainings. So each year there are between 7,500 and 8,000 European volunteers within the EU member states and partner states. The EVS volunteers get pocket money each month, but this depends on each country. It can range from 60 euros to 145. For example, in the Netherlands it's 130 euros a month. Each EVS volunteer works 32 to 36 hours per week, so they still have time to learn the language, have free time, and explore the country. The hosting organization takes care of the food, the accommodation, and logistical things, such as flights, healthcare, and insurance. Young people can do their EVS for up to 12 months, split into one short term, maximum 2 months, and one long term, of maximum 12 months. If you do one short term of 1 month, then you've got 11 months to do for your long term. If you do one long term for 12 months, then you can no longer do your short term. So, you've got to think very carefully of how you distribute your time between your short term EVS and your long term EVS. With every EVS experience, you get a youth pass. It's a certificate that recognizes the non-formal learning outcomes, in which the EVS volunteer assesses what he or she learns and describes it with their own words.